Hey, vacationers, it's Eddie from Explorateria, and welcome back to episode 14 of the Flambé. Yeah, I know this episode's a little late. We're having some licensing issues with my editing software. CapCut, you have some explaining to do. I'm still having issues, but I found a workaround, so we're gonna see how this episode turns out. On this week's episode of our Cruise and Theme Park News Show, we're talking about a crew member arrest in Alaska. Halloween is already in the air at Disney. Disneyland Forward is a go, and some employees at Disney World are claiming a hostile work environment. All that and more today on Explorateria. As always, first up, we've got cruise news. So a crew member aboard Norwegian Cruise Line's Encore was just arrested recently. He was trying to steal a lifeboat and was caught in the act. So they caught him in the act. They brought him down to the brig, I guess is what you'd call it, for questioning to figure out, why you're trying to steal a lifeboat. And while down there, he attacked a bunch of crew members and even stabbed a 75-year-old woman. He was arrested and taken off the ship by FBI in Juneau. The guy had just joined the crew 2 days ago in Seattle on the ships cruising to Alaska. They cruised to Alaska, like I said, in Juneau. But I mean, you gotta wonder, what kind of screening are they doing for these crew members, right? This is a pretty crazy incident. They're not sure what the motives are. They think it might be, mental issues. I'm not sure about this particular crew member's past, if he has any violence in his past or not. But it's just a crazy thing for the crew members for the crew members, not only the crew members, but the people aboard to have to go through. There's actually another YouTuber, DC Dev, who I watched. He was actually on this particular cruising when the incident happened. So he said there was an announcement. The captain actually made an announcement over the ship about what had happened in the incident. So I can imagine him being on a cruise line and being on a cruise, trying to relax and hearing that, somebody was just stabbed. You go on a cruise and you think that you're really safe, and you kind of feel like you're in your own little bubble, and you really put a lot of trust into these people that are a part of the crew that are serving you. So, yeah, it's just a crazy incident, and I really hope that lady's okay. NCL also announced that they're launching a discount program for educators. So they're going to receive a 5% discount on any cruise, as well as a $50 onboard credit. So in order to qualify for this, the educators would have to basically verify their identity through the site ID.me, which is also a site that, as a veteran, I've used to verify my veteran status to get my veterans discount. So, and in case you didn't know it, veterans, you get a discount on NCL as well. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be available to a wide range of educators, from teachers to administrators, K through 12, even college. So if you're an educator out there and you're thinking about going on a cruise, make sure you take advantage of this program. It's really great to see teachers getting a small percentage of the recognition that they deserve. Did you miss the eclipse in April? If so, Princess Cruise Lines got you covered. They're doing an Eclipse Cruise on the Sky Princess August 8th, 2026. It's gonna be a cruise from Southampton to the Mediterranean, and is gonna line up right directly in the full total solar eclipse. So you have a great view. They're gonna be providing the glasses that everybody's gonna need to see, and they're gonna, of course, have a big old eclipse party on the top deck. So, it should be fun. I'm really bummed that I missed the eclipse this year. I was actually on the Mardi Gras this year during the eclipse, and I was really excited. I said, maybe I'll be able to see, a little portion of the eclipse, maybe, not a full eclipse, but maybe partial. Complete overcast the day of the eclipse, and we seen absolutely nothing. So I was really bummed. I had my glasses and everything. Back in the day, not a lot of people know this, back in the day, I really wanted to be an astrophysicist, and then I realized how much math was involved. So doing YouTube videos now, I guess. Yeah. If you like eclipses, you might want to check it out. Royal Caribbean has announced that they're expanding their kosher offerings during the week of, and excuse me if I completely mispronounce this, but Yeshiva, I believe it's called. They're going to be 6 sailings that are going to have expanded kosher offerings in the buffet, and there's also going to be a kosher meal package that you can purchase aboard these cruises. It's going to be $80 for adults, $40 for kids 6 through 12, and it's going to be completely free for kids 5 and under. So it's expected that these meal packages are gonna sell out pretty quickly. So if you're going to be going on any of these cruises, make sure that you get your meal package early. This is going to be aboard the Wonder, Odyssey, Symphony, and Harmony of the Seas. Royal Caribbean also recently announced that they're going to be returning to Baltimore. Finally, after the bridge collapsed and everybody, all the ships moving to Norfolk, they've announced that Vision of the Seas is going to be returning to Baltimore on May 25th. It's going to be their first cruise out of there. So if you're in the Baltimore area and you're missing those local cruises, they're going to be back soon. On a previous episode, I told you guys about Virgin's summer season pass that they're doing over in Europe, in the Mediterranean, I think, area. Basically, it's geared towards remote workers and give them the option to work on the boat, basically. You treat it like a home away from home for a month at a time. So they have expanded that offering. They had to add additional cruises onto that offering because it was going so fast. And recently they just announced that they're also going to be doing it in the Caribbean on the Valiant Lady. So the package is going to include high-speed internet, a central terrace located room, laundry service, daily coffee credit, a champagne welcome, and early access to book excursions and dining reservations. So if you're a remote worker and you want to work on this open seas, now might be your time to check it out. Virgin Voyages is adults only, so you're not gonna have to worry about kids running around yelling and screaming while you're trying to work. Could be pretty cool. Disney Treasure's inaugural sailing is getting closer and closer. December of this year, and they just gave us a sneak peek of the Haunted Mansion Parlor bar thing that they got going. It's gonna include some of this cool art here that was supposed to go in the original, well, there were concepts for the original Haunted Mansion ride, but they never got used. So that's including this ghost fish tank, which is gonna be pretty cool to see. The parlor's gonna have all themed for Haunted Mansion, so drinks and everything are gonna be themed on there. It's gonna be awesome. And as some great news, we are actually going to be on that sailing. That's right, we're gonna be on the Treasure inaugural. So make sure you keep an eye out coming later this year. You know what? Why don't you just subscribe now? Subscribe now so that you don't miss out when we give you all the hot new stuff off the Treasure. It's gonna be great. We're really looking forward to it. It's gonna be a Christmas cruise, which is, even more cool. My family's really excited for that. Disney Cruise Line also announced that Halloween on the High Seas is gonna be returning again this year with 35 different sailings. Not only that, but they gave us a look at the outfits that Mickey, Minnie, and Donald are gonna be wearing. These sailings are gonna be in September and October, and as you can see, Donald's dressed like a spider, Minnie looks like she's dressed like a bat, and Mickey, I guess, is a pimp? I don't know. A pimp or a vampire, one of those things. I don't see no fangs though, so just give him a cane. Anyway, like I said, these are going to be in September or October on select sailing, so keep an eye out for those. Next up, we've got theme park news. Disney's finally given us some info on Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party for this year. The After Hours event at Magic Kingdom is going to be running select days from August 9th to October 31st. And prices are going to vary from $119 to $199, depending on the day you go. New this year are going to be new outfits for Mickey and Minnie. They're also going to have a Descend Dance party. There's going to be an earlier time for the parade so that guests with younger kids can still watch the parade and get them to sleep on time. And then there's going to be more villain sightings around the park. And for the first time, Bruno Madrigal is going to be there. So we don't talk about that though. Try not to talk about it. If one of the main reasons you like to stay at Fort Wilderness is to ride the horses, they're going to be going away for a while in July. Starting July 13th, because of construction, they're going to shut down the horse riding. It is going to still be going on select Saturdays and Sundays. There's no schedule for it though. So to figure out if the horses are going to be given rides, you're going to have to, on Friday, check the My Disney Experience app for that Saturday and Sunday. That's the most they're giving us. Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disney World is opening on June 28th. Finally, since Splash Mountain closed in December 2023, we're finally getting to get on this ride. I know a lot of people, including myself, are pretty excited about it, and it's great to see this type of representation in the parks. Also, they told us that as this ride first opens, it's going to be virtual queue only and lightning lane, of course. So you're going to have to hop on there, get on that app, and get in that virtual queue. They did say later on down the line they are going to open up the normal queue as well. And the Disneyland version of the ride is still set to open later on this year. Gideon's Bakehouse at Disney Springs is they've got a bit of drama going on right now. The employees are claiming that they're in a hostile work environment. They're saying that they're only getting paid $8.95 an hour, which is the lowest out of any other employee in the Disney Springs area. And they have to rely on tips. Not only that, but they're saying that management is telling them that they can't ask for tips and has removed the tip jar. So basically, these people aren't getting a living wage. They also say that there's health code violations throughout the Disney Springs location, and that management is using racial slurs in reference to customers and employees alike. The anonymous employees that leaked this information have also asked for a boycott of the restaurant. So the ownership has responded, and they basically just said that, yeah, no, this is a lie, it's not going on. But in response to that, the group, which is calling themselves the Ghosts of Gideons, released pay stubs showing an $8.95 pay rate. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you, to support the staff, would you boycott Gideons, or do you need your cookie fix? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Over on the other side of the country in Disneyland, the Oogie Boogie Bash dates have also been released. From August 25th to October 31st, guests are going to be able to go to this after-hours event at California Adventure. Prices for the event vary from $134 to $189 per ticket, depending again on the day that you go. That price for that ticket includes access to the park 3 hours before the event, so 3 hours before it closes to the general public, as well as unlimited photo passes as well. So you'll be able to take all the pictures you want with all the characters. Disneyland Forward has officially been approved by the Anaheim City Council. On May 7th, everybody unanimously once again approved it, and 30 days from that date, the program is gonna kick off. So we still don't know, what we're getting. If you don't know, like I said before, Disneyland Forward is a plan to turn a lot of Disney's parking lots mostly into theme park area. So we still don't know, it's still unknown if we're gonna get extensions on the current parks, an extension, or if we're gonna get a brand new third gate. Who knows, right? But we do know, we're pretty sure that Avatar is gonna be in that area, the Avatar experience that they've been talking about that nobody wants. And we can hope for the things we wanna see, but we're still not 100% sure. They haven't released that information yet. But like I said it once and I say it again, we need more Star Wars. Okay. Fantasmic is returning to Disneyland on May 24th after the Maleficent Dragon caught fire and burnt up in a previous running of the show last spring. And with the return of the show comes the return of the dining package. The package is going to be $89 for adults and $35 for children. It's going to include reserved seating for the show and a 5-course meal at the Blue Bayou restaurant. So basically guests will eat during their reservation time, and then they'll get a voucher to come back and watch the show in the reserved seating area at one of the two time slots for the show. Honestly, it's a pretty good deal, especially if you really love the shows at Disneyland. I know that we do, and they do sell out pretty quick though. Last time when we went last year to Disneyland, we were really wanted to get tickets to this and get the dining package, but yeah, it was sold out pretty quick. So if you want to get it, I'd say as soon as you can start making those reservations, do so. just like everything else at Disney though, right? You want to, as soon as reservations open, get in there and start making them. I mean, Universal Studios Hollywood is getting their first outdoor high-speed roller coaster. You probably already heard about it, the Fast and the Furious roller coaster. Well, it's finally gotten its official name, and it's going to be Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift. And it's going to be their first, like I said, their first high-speed outdoor roller coaster. It's going to be opening in 2026 up there on the upper lot. And the roller coaster is designed to make guests feel like they're drifting. So it's going to be like they're drifting through, kind of like feel like you're drifting through the park. So I don't know. You're going to check it out. I know the Fast and Furious ride in Universal Studios Florida. You know, that's a flop. Nobody likes that. But this is a roller coaster, right? So it's pretty exciting. It's going to be the first one. The first outdoor roller coaster at Universal Studios Hollywood, so that's pretty exciting. And I'm excited to check it out. I don't know, are you guys going to be going with your family? That was corny, I'm sorry. I apologize. And that does it for this week's episode. Is there anything in particular that you guys are looking forward to? I know that I'm really excited for all the Halloween stuff at Disney. I'm a villains guy. I like villains, so it's gonna be fun to check that out. But if you enjoyed this episode, please go ahead, as always, and give us a like below. And if you're not already part of the crew, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Come, join us. All right, we appreciate every single one of you. And as I always say, thanks for watching, and see you again next week.
Mi primer millón que yo gané, gracias a Dios, reloj Hublot, defendió Dior.